There we go, on you go. Okay, hello everyone. Just thought we'd say hi. So this is Stanley, and he's come out for a play. He's a male hypo. There's possibly a bit more in there, but as far as I'm concerned, he's a hypo. If you disagree or you've got anything to add, feel free to comment. So we just thought we'd come out and say hello. Let's just get you a better shot there. So he's an absolute sweetie. So yeah, haven't really got much to say other than hi. At the moment, I've got two geckos, two leopard geckos. I've got Standy and Heidi. But at the moment, Heidi's in quarantine, so she's not coming out at the moment. Yeah, I just thought I'd introduce myself. So I'm Sean, and I plan to run a YouTube channel talking about leopard geckos, sharing my experiences. I'm going to be starting to breed my geckos later on in the year. Possibly even next year, but we'll play that by ear. And I just thought that I would take this opportunity to share my experiences and share all the joy that I'm having caring for these wonderful creatures. So just some basic information really. If you're thinking about getting leopard geckos, you need to make sure, as with getting any pet, that it's something you are committed to. They do live to around 20 years, maybe even more, when cared for really well. So it's a long commitment. It's not it can't be just a little phase. It's got to be something you're committed to, and they do take quite a bit of care. As reptiles go, they are one of the easiest reptiles to care for. However, reptiles as pets aren't easy to care for, so they are still quite tricky, and you do need to do quite a bit of research before doing anything really. You need to make sure you've got your vivarium set up correctly. You've got to make sure you've got all the supplies, vitamins, food, all of the different things ready for them. You need to make sure you know what you're doing. For example, you can't house two males together. You shouldn't house males with solitary females. You can, arguably, it's under debate, but you can, in my opinion, house males with groups of females carefully and making sure that the environment is neutral. Neither of them have got a scent in the area, and that it's a completely new environment for all of them, and that they're all of a mature age, not in heat, and of a high enough weight. So personally, I wouldn't, even think about breeding any of my geckos in at least 60-65 grams, just as a basic rule, because when breeding they can lose a lot of weight, and it's, you just don't want to take any risk really. There's no need to put them in any unintentional harm or avoidable harm, so that's just something to be aware of. So if you have any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about or clarify, because I've done a lot of research and I know it can be difficult trying to find answers that aren't a bit of 50-50. Trying to get a direct answer is quite difficult, and it can actually take quite a long time contacting breeders and forums. So if you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll do a video on it. But otherwise, next week maybe I'll do another video and show off my female. So yeah, love to hear from anyone who watches this video. If not, I've enjoyed making it, and Stanley's enjoyed showing off. You're just a bit of a poser really, aren't you? Alright, say goodbye then. Come on, up we get. Up we get then. Up we get. There we go. Right, off we go. back home